So in my last video, I basically pointed out how depressed I am, and how that's kind of messing up how because I do have this, I do want to like upload more because obviously I want to, keep this channel active and things like that. But yeah, me being depressed has really kind of sort of slowed down the process, and there's a reason why I'm depressed, and it's the election, yeah. Um, uh, Simply put, um, like I basically sort of it's a nail biter. You know what I mean? For me anyway, because I don't, because obviously I don't want Trump to win. But the big reason why I don't want Trump to win is because I know that if he wins, I've basically just accepted the fate that it's not a matter of if I get hanged, as a matter of when I get hanged. Because like Donald Trump has the influence of white supremacists and the bad guys from World War II and like some of the most terrible, evil, maliciously bloodthirsty people probably ever. He has influence over all those guys. And the moment that Donald Trump decides becomes president and makes like racism legal again, like I know that I'm not safe. I've accepted the fact that I'm going to get killed. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not really too worried about that. I know I'm gonna get killed because, as like until I get killed, I'm gonna be on the internet every other couple of days. Like, and here's another reason why this dude is like absolutely terrible because of XYZ 1 2 3. He did this, and this, and people are still like, oh my god, he failed. That's how I'm going to probably end up being until word gets out. Hey, Trump, somebody is talking bad about you on the internet, and Trump be like, kill him, and I'm just gonna be like, I knew this was gonna happen. Before they. So I've accepted that. And the thing that I really don't like is the fact that like Trump supporters are basically like, he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. To which I say, like, are you aware of who likes this guy? You know what I mean? It's like those people. Like I live in the South. There's still people who wear the hood and robes in this area, just waiting for him to win, so they could make life miserable for people who share my complexion. And honestly, I've accepted what's going to happen to me, but I'm more hurt about what's going to happen to my family and friends because I have family that are, that are black, that are brown, that are some of them are white trash a little bit, and on the other end, I also have friends who are LGBTQ and immigrants and people who are disabled and people who just don't look the way that white supremacists want a normal person to look. And those people and the fact that my family and friends are going to be affected is what hurts me the most. Because once again, I'm getting killed. They're probably going to get tortured. And part of me just can't handle that. You know what I mean? It just really hurts to know. Like, that's the depression of it. It's like going, and it's like, I want to be optimistic that Trump will lose because I want to believe that people in America are just sick and tired of white supremacy just being in control of everything in this country. But the problem is that white supremacy is in control of everything in this country. Like there's a reason why Trump is going extra hard on the racism and the fascism and all these other things. He knows that he has a base and he's staying close to his base because that base is ridiculously powerful. And it's just bumming me out because it's like if he wins, it'll literally be because white supremacy is more powerful than the American people, and it's stressing me out. And instead of getting stressed out, I get depressed. Like I don't mind. Like I don't. It's like I think about the possibility of my mom basically being told that she's next when she's at my funeral, just given the opportunity to cry over my dead body. That's the thought that's going on in my head. Me, like, and it won't be. Well, they won't bring my body to the. It'll be a closed casket funeral. But my mom will be over my casket, crying her eyes out. And Trump supporter and Donald Trump is going to be like, "Oh, he had a family. You know what that means? You gotta get rid of them all. Get rid of them all because somebody else is gonna be upset about it." That's bumming me out, and it's really bumming me out that his supporters are trying to gaslight me into thinking that possibly won't happen. When this dude has basically went on television and said that he's going to take away your right to vote, he's going to be a dictator for a day, that he told racists to stand back and stand by. He's also he's also like rubbed elbows with white supremacists before. It's like everything. It's like, and I want to. And it's like I'm glad to see that there are people who are starting to see through this veil of, oh, he won't do that, and realizing that he will actively try to do. Because it's like, here's the thing: if he won't do the bad stuff, then why would he say that he would do the bad stuff? You get what I'm saying? Like, think about that real quick, because it's like, if he says it, because it's like, why is he saying it? Because if he's honest about his intent, then he's a fascist. But if he's dishonest about his intent, he's a liar who was trying to get people who would vote for fascist. So it's like both sides of that conversation is still pretty bad. Like, it's like either he's a liar who's trying to get people who support fascism to vote for him, which will make his voters people who support fascism, or he himself is just a fascist who is willing to hurt people simply because he doesn't like them. Like, it's wild. Like, this is a thing that is happening right now. And like I said, I accepted the fact that I'm going to die. And I just hate the fact that his supporters are like, I mean, that won't even happen. You're just being paranoid. You're just being crazy. Like, what's the best thing that could happen out of a Trump presidency? Like, a tangible thing, not this feeling of freedom and the liberty and all this other crap. No, I mean like an actual tangible thing. Are groceries going to get cheaper? Well, he's going to give us more money. I thought you guys was against government handouts. Let me see if I got this right. You're going to vote for a guy because he's going to give you more money? Like, what is happening here? Well, he's going to take away taxes. Yeah, but what's the point of taking away taxes? What's the point of, and besides, like, if you think about this real quick, what's the point of him making you have more money if he won't do anything to stop the price gouging? You ever notice how every single time poor people make more money, prices of everything just keeps going up? You ever notice that? It's like, there's no, like, of course, a stick of gum is going to be like $25, but yeah, it's like, well, at least he's president, though. It's crazy. Well, how is Kamala any better? This isn't even about Kamala. This is about him. This isn't even about the other option. This isn't about her. Well, how come you don't want to say anything bad about her? Because she's normal. She's normal, okay? If there's a number line between negative 100, 0, and positive 100, Harris is at least at 0. You know what I mean? Like, not once did she say that she was going to do anything to harm her enemies. Not once did she say she was going to be a dictator for a day. She doesn't have any felonies. She's not a convicted felon. She has not been found liable for assaulting anyone. Like, your guy is a felon. The guy you want to vote in is somebody who was a convicted felon. And you're basically saying, better than Kamala. He's been found liable of assaulting a woman. Better than Kamala. He's $2 billion in debt. Better than Kamala. Like, and what are the Democrats gonna do? Are the Democrats any better? At this point, it's not about who's better. It's about who's worse. And the dude who is $2 billion in debt, being like I said, there was a rap line. It's like, you do know you wrong when your lawyer needs a lawyer. And what's Rudy Giuliani up to nowadays? I'm just saying, it's crazy. Like, this is the world that I have to look forward to, the possibility of white supremacy just taking completely over the country. Because nobody who supports Republican Party can tell you what they even want to. They can't tell you what a day in a fully ran Republican America even looks like. You ask them right now, hey, what do you want? Like, what does a day in a fully Republican ran America look like? What does it look like? Like, how does the day to day stuff go?
Well, how come you're not asking this about Democrats?
Because I want to know what you want. What is it that you want to see? What does your ideal situation look like? Are groceries cheaper? Do people have homes? Like, you're talking about crime is going to be lowered, but you guys also want everybody to have a gun. Yes, I know I have a rip right here. Okay, it's there's an allegory here. Okay, but I'm just really, it's really depressing me, and it's really hurting, and it's frustrating, and it's making me really sad that the world that I'm living in today could change in a couple of days. Could literally change what, like, was it tomorrow or the day after? And all I know is that, like, I know I'm just sad because I know that my LGBTQIA friends, they're going to be like, they got a fight on their hands, and they probably won't win because white supremacists with guns are known to just win wars. You know, it's like America is being colonized all over again. And honestly, it's the saddest, it's the deepest pit of my soul is just, it has gotten even deeper now. And I don't know, like I said, it's not simply a matter of if I get hanged, it's when. And I am just, I'm sad, bro. I'm sad because there's so much that I wanted to do. There's so much that I genuinely wanted to do that I would probably never be able to do because once Trump gets into office, I'm just never going to be able to afford it. Like, once again, a stick of gum is going to be $25. You can only imagine how much a car, a house, or anything is going to cost. And then the second thing, I might be dead. I might get hanged by Donald Trump's personal army of white supremacists, or I might get arrested for being too poor. It's like, if Trump supporters want me to accept the possibility of Donald Trump winning, that's the future that I see. That's the future that I see with President Donald Trump. Everything is going to be too expensive. Races are going to be everywhere. Door to door checks. Yo aprendió español. Yo aprendió español. And I might end up getting killed just because they probably might catch me hablando español con los entes de Centroamérica. I'm just not. I spent my entire life trying to prepare for things when they get really, really, really bad. And the second Trump presidency is one of the few things that it's like I'm expecting it, but I don't know how to prepare for it. Like, how do I fight off an entire army of white supremacists that want to kill me because I was outside at the wrong time? Or because they heard me speak a different language at the wrong time, or because I don't have my birth certificate in my wallet, or because I made a video, basically another video talking about how much Donald Trump sucks. These are things that are going on in my head right now as I'm talking to y'all, and it's just, and I go right back to that image of my mom over my corpse, well, over my casket. And then she gets a bill. I'm just, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. And I'm sad about it. Like, am I overreacting? No, overreacting would be me screaming and cussing and crying, and you know what I'm saying? Because people love to make it seem like, no, actually, like, I feel like my problem with right wing people, the Republicans, is that they want to be the bullies that everybody likes. They want everybody to accept them for being terrible, and because they think that everybody accepts everybody for being terrible, because people that they hate are being accepted for reasons that they find out to be terrible, and they're like, hey, well, if you can accept that LGBTQIA person for being LGBTQIA, then you should be able to accept me for being a Republican. It's like, no, you're a bigoted, racist sociopath who literally saw kids get massacred at school and said, well, we should have more guns. Like, I would rather live in a world where you guys are just insular and just amongst yourselves than trying to be around everybody all the time and try to invade every space just because you want everything to, like, look at what you guys, look at what you guys did to multiple societies, multiple cultures, multiple everything. Like, why can't y'all just leave people alone? Instead, you want the country to just adhere to your will, bend to your will, and you want everybody to like you. Well, I'm going to say this right now. To all the white supremacists and right-wing people, I don't like you. I'm not a fan of yours. It may sound childish, it may sound immature, it may sound feminine, or whatever adjective you want to like do. I don't like you, and I don't want to like you. Because you would rather bill my mom to cry over my casket than actually do anything to help people. You would rather give more access to firearms instead of protect children in schools from getting shot. You would rather put a dictator in office than lower prices on food. Because what exactly is price gouging anyway, right? You know, Kroger only had to admit on television that they just bump up prices for no reason, but who cares, right? I would rather, like, never have an audience than have an audience full of right-wing people who think that the suffering of people that they don't like is a bigger priority than just helping people. And what's really hurting me is that these people are the people who got all this unabashed power. And innocent people that they probably...
Well, I didn't think that it was going to go after them. I didn't think it was going to come after me. I didn't think that it was going to go after my son.
It's like people who don't know you have more empathy for you and your family than you do for anyone else.
I didn't think the lepers were going to eat my face. We literally been telling you this.
Like, for years.
Wait, that's what you meant? I thought you just said that. I thought you were just being mean.
Yeah, so politics got me a little down in the dumps. And I'm just, like, on one hand, I'm ready for it to be over. And on the other hand, I don't know how to write a will, and it really kind of bums me out that I don't have anything of importance to actually pass over, because I've been poor my whole life and I never had the chance to have anything. So, like, I'm dying poor. I don't know where I was going with this. But yeah, politics is depressing me, and I'm gonna try to end this on a positive note. Let's do this. Okay, so on the good foot, I am going to I'm going to be testing out my live, because I've been saying earlier that I might be going. I might be I want to go live, but I want people to actually care about me going live. So I've been posting up in my community post, hey guys, if this post gets 100 likes, I'm going to go live. But I realized I don't even know if my live even works. So I'm going to test it out. If not today, then probably like sometime this week, to like kind of, because once again, holiday season, I'm working a lot. So here's to hoping. But yeah, so I'm gonna but things for sure is I'm gonna test out the live to see where it goes, so I can like try to do that a little bit more, so it gives you a chance to give me a Q&A if you decide to pop up. But just know that, like, if nobody pops up, it's gonna be a short live, okay? So you know, let's make that happen. I also would like to kind of know about live a little bit more before I start like doing it on the weekly basis or something. In the meantime, though, that's it. Love and peace. I'm gonna try to make myself cheer up a little bit. Maybe like read some books or watch some cartoons or something. But yeah, I am. I am not feeling well. I am depressed. Whew, boy. All right. Love and peace always. How'd I do, Greg? No, not Greg. Greg is still alive. How'd I do, Chris?